Day 19, I think it's 19, building a rescue again. Today is going to be a very busy day, and by today I mean it's 4 o'clock. So we have the electricians coming in to finish up some wiring there. The power will be done. I would have moved animals over a little bit sooner, but we haven't had the power finished in there. So the power should be finished tonight. So that will be all done and we can start moving animals in. So today, I have to say a huge thank you to Brookswood Rentals for this trailer yet again. They're not charging me for renting this trailer, and I have this trailer essentially as long as I want. And we had it a bunch last week and they didn't charge me. So this trailer is a game changer for doing dump runs and moving stuff over. So we're gonna have this for the weekend along with a 3-ton truck, courtesy of Eric, who's bringing that one over for us to use. So if anybody is free this Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, we're gonna start moving all the big stuff out of here. And we need to get all the animals out of here Saturday and Sunday because I need to get it done. And in order to do that, I just went out and bought a whole bunch of mulch and sand and soil from Home Depot, along with a bunch of hinges and latches because I need to get stuff done today. Now, the original plan was to take all the hinges and latches off of the enclosures we have here, but I spent the extra 50 bucks, got the latches and that because it really comes down to a time issue because I can't take these latches off until the animals are out of the enclosures, but I can't really take them out until the enclosures are ready at the new place, and I don't want to have to worry about taking animals out, doing hinges, things like that, while we have a whole bunch of people helping us move things. So I took the hit, bought those hinges and that, plus all the soil and sand and mulch and that was another $380 right there too. So it's getting expensive. But yeah, so that's the plan today. We're gonna go over and get those things finished tonight. So me being the genius I am, I got about 3/4 of the way to the new place and realized I left all of my tools at the greenhouse. So luckily, Leanne was still there. So she's bringing me all my tools. So thanks to Leanne for bringing the tools by. I have all of the hardware on these enclosures. And I'm happy to say that most of the doors actually work pretty well. The electricians came in, got this panel almost completely hooked up to all the electrical. All of these have power to them now. They just have to put this plug in, and then we actually have the option to add more power back here if we need to. That one works. So now we can start bringing animals in soon. The plan tonight is to put some foam up in those vents because we lose a lot of heat there, build the rest of these cages and just clean the rest of the place up. But yeah, it's getting pretty cleaned up and almost ready. The foam is now covering the vents, but I realized I do need to figure something out for this one in the middle because we've now sealed the building up. There's not really any ventilation in here. So I need to make sure I can get a fan or something in front of these for when it gets smelly in here. And I also totally forgot I had to put the mesh across the top of these. So I just did that now. And yeah, so these are completely done. I thought I bought enough sand for this at 10 bags, but I very strongly underestimated how much sand I'd need for this. This is $120 worth of sand. So I will have to go back and get a lot more. Yep, I definitely need more sand. Probably at least 20 more bags or a scoop. Luckily, I had enough mulch to do all of these and all the iguana enclosures. So somebody who's been a huge help over the last few weeks is Paige. So I've known her family for, how long has it been? At least 2015, something like that. Yeah, so at least 2015 I've known their family, and she's been helping out a lot with moving and building and stuff like that. So she is gonna work on building these enclosures here. And my plan now is I took the tray out. This is the tray that the chinchillas are gonna chew. And I have a lot of spare 2x2s and I have a lot of spare mesh. So the plan is to build a tray that fits nicely in there, and then we don't have to worry about the plastic tray for them that they can chew out of. We'll just have that metal tray across the bottom that their poop will just fall through. We can put some hay down for them to keep it softer, but it eliminates the chance that they can chew out of the bottom of the enclosure. And in any of my videos, if you've ever seen a mess around, it's usually because Paige caused it. The first tray is done, and if I measured it properly, it should fit right in the bottom. Look at that, the absolute perfect fit. And now the chinchillas can go down in there. They're not gonna chew through that. They'll eventually chew through the wood, I know that, but it's gonna take them a lot longer to chew through the wood than it is this little plastic here. So there, that's my solution for these. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning, and we just finished the chinchilla mansion. I think this looks so cool. So this is 4 of the cages that some very generous people bought for us off of our Amazon wish list, which was amazing. And then thanks to Paige, who's being the camera person right now, we actually got these all built and finished tonight. So these they're all connected. It worked out well. So they are connected by zap straps. I can get some heavier duty zap straps to actually like really secure them. But we used zap straps years ago for chinchilla enclosures, and they chewed a couple of them here and there, but not a lot. And then I think my favorite part, if you come in closer and look, are my grates at the bottom. So those fit in perfectly. So all I have to do is just sweep up the poop in that off the bottom. And yes, like I said, they're gonna chew the wood, but they'll chew the wood. It'll take a lot longer to chew that than it will the actual plastic that was in there. So yeah, I'm really happy. The only thing I don't like very much is the size of the doors, because it is maybe a little bit more difficult to get the chinchillas out for presentations and that, but I still think this is really cool. And it'd be really, really cool if we got 2 more of these to put here and here, and then we have just this giant mansion for chinchillas. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the night, because I think 1 o'clock in the morning, that's it. But we got all the hinges and latches on all the enclosures. We got all the soil in the enclosures. Not very much tortoise soil there. We forgot the Redford tortoise pen. I forgot stuff for that. And we got the foam on the vents, and tomorrow, which is probably gonna be today when you're watching this, we're gonna be starting to move some of the smaller enclosures over. So thanks for watching.